Hey, this is Will, aka The Question Why, and today we're going to be playing Fate, the Cursed King, the fourth game in the Fate saga. We're going to be starting a new game, being that I haven't played this game too much, so I figured it would be good to give it a fresh start. I'm going to play on Hero, being that I like a little bit of a challenge, but quite frankly playing Legend or Hardcore just makes me sad. The character customization in this game is pretty cool, but it doesn't give you too many options. It's very basic. You can be different races. You can be an elf, or an ogre, or a cyborg thing, or a demon imp things. And all the classes have some very, very basic different stat bonuses. And humans just tend to be the most well-rounded, so I like to go with that. Also because I like to try and make it look somewhat like me. The hairstyles are usually pretty pointless, being that equipment covers them up, and the faces all look pretty ridiculous. Like you can be a mugger, an old guy, Chinese guy, or rather an oriental guy. Like the generic face is the most normal looking. Like, I don't know why you'd want to be 12-year-old Santa, or a pirate, or Harry Potter. Well, being Harry Potter would be pretty cool. So you can pick your character, and then you would go about picking your pet. You can have a dog, cat, or some weird other things, ranging from pretty normal animals like boars, to weird elf foxes, to flying bug robots. I like to go with a boar, being that, I don't know, just being in a fight, having a boar seems like it would be cool. They're pretty rugged animals. I like to call my pet in this game Cal, because that's just a habit I've built. So let's go.
There is a crumbling well near the edge of town, where traveling merchants make
So
their
this game,
camps.
the story pretty
As a
much goes
child,
about
you
you're a
sat
little
among them,
kid, I don't know, maybe
enthralled
like
by their songs
somewhere
and
between
stories of
8
noble
and
heroes
15,
from
I'd assume.
faraway lands.
When it starts, like at this
These
point, and
tales
there's
of
this
great
guy who's telling you
warriors
about
and still
stories
greater
about the Champion
deeds
of Grove,
filled
who is
your
the
heart
character of the
with
first
fire.
3 games. So
And
it's kind of
after
implied
every
that
story,
this game
you resolved
goes
that the
about during
champion
the
of
second or
Grove
third game,
would someday hear
being that
tales about
you want the other character to hear about you, but they've already accomplished some serious stuff, like saving
Now,
Grove from
eager
evil
for
monsters.
adventure and the chance
So
to
you
hone your
pretty much
skills,
run off
you have
to go and
strayed
try and
far
find
from the
adventure on your
safety
own,
of
even though you're
city
like
walls.
an unaccompanied minor,
Seeking
which seems like a
shade
pretty
and
bad
cool
idea.
water, you spot a
And you
narrow
like
opening in the
find
rock
this old
face,
chest with
where a
weird
recent
glyphs on
tremor
it,
has
and this is the
exposed
beginning
a
of the game,
small
so
cave.
ooh, I wonder what's in
Upon
there.
entering the gloom, a faint glimmer. Curious,
It's
you
a
push against
monster,
a heavy
demon
lid.
spirit.
At
It's
a
the
hand's
evil
width
spirit
opening, the
priest,
skin on your
Takala,
arms
who
prickles in warning,
was
but
imprisoned
only
there
when
in a
the lid
tomb,
crashes to the
and you
ground
just let
do
him
you
out, and it's all your
realize
fault.
the gravity of your
So
mistake.
you race from the
You
cave,
have
and you hear
unsealed a
explosions, deafening
Pale green
explosions,
vapor billows up
and
to engulf you, and
you run
within
outside,
seconds,
and
the
what do you
mists
find?
coalesce. Your home,
Your entire
the
town has
once
been
proud,
destroyed,
beautiful
and it's
city of
all your
Equiton
fault.
lies in ruins.
Like, you run back to town to try and
Enormous
save
black
everyone, but like,
rocks, disgorged from
I
the
don't even know
earth,
what you're
have
supposed to do
smashed
from
through
there. Like,
walls and set
I
fire
I
to
don't know why you go back
shops.
to town. I feel like you go back to town and
Shining white
everyone would
columns
hate
have
you.
snapped like fresh reeds.
So
Their
you go back
golden
to town, and I guess you want to talk to the king or something?
Your journey has begun.
Why don't you talk to the king? Yeah, sorry, I paused there because the frame rate went down weirdly. So you start out in town, and they want you to talk to the king, who's probably furious at you.
Yesterday I sat upon
On
a
a gilded
gilded
throne.
throne, ruling all that you see.
What's up with
as
old
the
guys with
mighty
white beards
king
looking like
of
Santa no
Ecuador.
matter what's happening?
I
And how's this
speak
guy not
to
like
you
totally
now.
pissed at you? Must feel like a
There's
total
nothing
dick
more
because
than
no one
a
knows that
lowly
all of this
beggar.
destruction is all your
You
fault.
must lift this curse. If not for me, then for my
Okay,
kingdom.
he knows it's your fault, but he's
Redeem
giving you a
yourself.
second chance because you're a little kid.
Restore our
That's nice of him.
glorious city.
So, you start the game. It's usually good to turn the mini-map on. I don't know why to start with that on. So from there you can go and talk to the librarian, who gives you the main quest. I don't really know why he gives you the main quest. You talk to him, and it becomes pretty apparent that he has a little bit of a problem. And this game's scripting is pretty bad for the meager dialogue. And I'm not even sure what you're accepting here.
Received a task.
Like, in terms of, like, what you're answering. Okay. You're accepting the first main quest, which is to rescue this guy from the deep pits of the Cavern of Living Fire, level 30, whatever, which is this big, scary dungeon over here. So that's kind of intimidating, I guess. giant lava dungeon. Seems usually like it's a more intense place you wouldn't go to right away. But being that the game starts you out with some pretty dumpy equipment, yes, this is your inventory screen. Like, it starts you out with the short staff, which is pretty much useless. Like, it's slow, it's better than your fists, I guess. But you also get the fireball spell, which is a really great starter spell, being that you can use it immediately, and it does a pretty high damage.
A new spell
So that's
has
pretty
been
good to learn. Yeah, you can keep 6 of each kind of spells. You have spells you can attack with, obviously, spells that boost your defense or heal you, and then spells that can let you summon stuff, which is really, really useful, or you can use them to, like, generate psychic maps and stuff, which is cool. Since you only start with, like, 250 gold, which is pretty meager, and then almost everything you'll find in the store, this is just like the blacksmith who makes generic melee weapons. Tends to be a little more on the expensive side. Like, there's the pretty generic items that are cheap, and then you'll get the more expensive stuff as you level up, or some cool enchanted stuff too. So I usually think it's a pretty good idea to, like, try and go fishing just so you can get some armor, being that if you go fishing you can catch fish, which you can either feed to your pet to make your pet stronger, not like, oh, your pet's full, it's, no, it like turns your pet into like a giant spider or a wolf or some crazy
To be
nonsense.
honest, I could use
What's
some
this?
help.
Oh, it's a quest. Sure, soft gloves.
You have
take
received
some
the
gloves.
task.
We'll do that later. So I find
Sparkling
this, the-
gems and powerful potions.
this is the magic selling lady, and she usually is a fishing rod in addition. Oh no. You'd think she's the magic selling lady, but she sells miscellaneous garbage. But a fishing rod is part of that miscellaneous garbage. Yes, whenever you see fireflies you can fish. You'll find them in the dungeon, but there's usually a fishing hole in town. I think there's 2 in this game, which is neat. There's one there and there's one further up. Fishing's pretty basic. It's just, you sit, you wait for an exclamation point. It's not very entertaining. Try and catch one fish on screen, but being that you gotta catch quite a few to be able to make enough money to truly deck yourself out in the beginning of the game, I think I might do a lot of that off screen. So let's try and catch one fish first. Fish do not seem to be biting today. Hey, a fish. Alright. So I got one fish. It's a small rainbow moonfish. Awesome. So it's pretty and colorful and turns your fish into a giant... turns your pet into a giant crystal monster. So being that I'm assuming none of you really want to watch me fish for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to do that off screen. I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, I've done a lot of fishing, and I've caught a few fish, and I've also fished up a few interesting items. I've got fish that can either turn my pet into an abomination, which is like a giant flying head, giant spiders, giant brains, wolves, spiders again. But also in the water I found a cool pair of earrings with a socket free, which is cool. So those will sell for a lot, being that earrings without an enchantment are pretty lame. A gemstone, which you can either put in the earrings to enchant them or sell as well for a decent amount of money. And a light quiver, which is odd because I really seem to only find these when fishing. And that's just thing you can wear on your back and it makes your bows do more stuff or something. But it's, I gotta identify it. Yeah, +5 bow and crossbow skill. So that's pretty cool. What's my boar doing? Cal, what are you doing, you crazy? So now that I have all these fish, I can go and sell them to Who's His Face or whatever in the market. You can sell the fish to almost anyone, being that the game doesn't really particularly care who you sell anything to, it's just about who you buy stuff from. So, let's get rid of this. The golden pirate earrings actually sell for not quite as much as I expected. It's disappointing. I like to actually collect gemstones because they're cool. Ooh, wow, that sells for a lot. So, I'm not sure whether I should keep this or not, or sell it. What do you guys think? What do I care what you guys think? Well, I obviously care what you guys think, but you can't really talk to me. So I think I'm going to keep it, being that it looks cool. So, now that I have a little over 1,000 gold, I can I also sell my staff because I don't like it. I can buy any kind of weapon I want. Short sword, fast. I think I'm gonna buy one of these short daggers because these are new to this game and they look cool. So now I'm decked out with some decent-ish equipment. And maybe I should buy like a hat too. Hats are cool.
Finally a warrior.
Yes, every single guy has some kind of silly one-liner to spew at you. So I can get 4 defense, 5 defense, or 8 defense. The pointy hat. Can't go wrong with silly pointy hats. Pointy hat. And now I have some armor and a pointy stick. And I'm ready to go gather some quests. The quests are marked by people with exclamations over the point, which also show up as white dots on the mini-map. So what does Sharifa have to say?
I'll suppose you're all we've got.
There's parent. Oh wow, that's nice. I'm all you got? Great. You really want to take all quests on the first level. That one was kill some snakes on the second level.
Will you
The
help me?
third level... Come on, let's get some easy quests. Maybe the quests are deeper in the dungeon because I have the difficulty set higher. Not sure. What's with this guy? He's huge.
Why don't we make an arrangement?
Take this no good stone biter back to where it belongs. I don't know what that guy wants. How about this? What's this thing?
I didn't do it. You've got to believe me.
Holy schmau. A giant mantis monster named Kazenzon. It's quite a mouthful. And his army of minions has stolen my cape and fled to the dungeons. If you kill him, you get a cool cape. Or no, if you kill him, you get the cape and give it to him and he gives you pointy gloves. Cool. I like big, kind of convoluted quests like that where they seem complicated, but it's really just run in and stab a guy to stab a... Blah, blah, blah. It's really just run in and stab a guy in the face until he bleeds out. Ooh, ghost.
I've got a job for you, hero.
On the third level, how about nope? I'll just take these 2 level 1 quests for now. Another thing you can do is actually in exiting the dungeon and coming back out, new quests will show up. But I'm not really sure what I want to do. Have I talked to this guy? I think
You
not.
think you can help me, huh?
I'll just take your level 2 quest. So now that I've done that, I'm going to enter the dungeon. With all the loading screens, you get this pretty cool art, and I really, really like it. You also get these neat little tips that are pretty much useless, but they're really fun. You also get these weird, useless tips whenever you enter the dungeon. Holy crap, snakes. So, in the dungeon you have a whole bunch of enemies, and the game functions kind of like Diablo, being that it's developed by the same... Oh my god, it's a turd! Or rather, it's a Glocktopus. No, it's a turd. Who am I kidding? This thing is putting up quite a fight. Yeah, I did it. So you can break stuff and find stuff and get yourself killed in stupid traps like an idiot. So I'm a doofus. Even though you can find big carts of gold, you can't take any of the gold. Locusts. What is this? Like, what is it with every video game having, like, really, really hostile, violent fauna? It's kind of silly. Like, you really wouldn't think that, like, you'd think the nature would be the part that's getting killed off by the monster, not that it is the monsters.
A trap has been sprung.
Oh, sweet. Book of Town Portals. That's pretty useful. I just saved, like, $500. Is that a giant glowing mushroom? Kind of. Dumpy cape. Yeah, it's better to have a cover. Oh my god, it's a mantis monster. Earrings. Holla. Oop, that's a necklace slot. I have pretty butterfly earrings because I am a pretty lady. A locked small chest. Since when did chests need key in this game? That's one of the things I like about the 4th game, is that I haven't really explored it too much, and it has a bunch of newer features that are really quite cool. Oh crap, giant spider. Nothing in this game seems to, like, really be logical. Giant spiders, giant ridiculous... Like, who just kind of builds these giant dungeons? Those are the real questions. Find some gold, more snakes. Oh wow, I've gone overtime. I should clear out this room, and then I'll have to close up this episode, and then I'll see you guys next time. So let's see what else I can find. More turds. Let's throw some fire at them. Alright, as you can see, the fireball spell's really great.
Your pet has fled.
When your pet flees, it's like your pet can't die, so it just runs away. Oh god, angry
Insufficient
spiders.
mana.
Oh, and I'm
Your
dying.
health is failing.
Oh god, this is bad. I done messed up.
Your health is
Oh no.
dangerously
Oh hey, you're all
low.
gonna get to see me die.
You have fallen.
As you can see, I am truly a champion. Whenever you die, the Choose Your Fate screen shows up, where you can either ditch some experience, ditch some gold, or ditch all your gold but get transported back to a safe spot. I usually just like to use my experience, lose my experience, because it's the easiest way to do. I also really like Fate. Fate's pretty cool looking.
The choice is made.
Yes. Awesome. Oh god, cave spiders. Seems like there's even more enemies in here now that I've died. No, but still, so I can blast you with fire. Damn it. Hooray! Okay, I think I've done just about everything there is to do in this little segment of the dungeon, so I'm gonna have to cut this video short. Not short, off, it's already run a little long. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.